Hey Larry, this is Joel, man. It was great to see you today. Sorry again about not checking my voicemail today. But one of the things that was different than the tour players here is that club head was more above the plane line on the downswing. And then at impact there, you're much taller than you were in your setup. See how the tour players would be at the same height pretty much. And then from face on, we saw the same kind of differences, where you're much taller at impact and more ahead of the ball all throughout your swing than what we see for the tour players. And so, I wanted you to get set up better there, Larry. Getting the ball farther forward in your stance and getting your hands raised away from your legs so now at impact, much closer to being in the same height that you were in your setup. You're not way above the blue circle anymore. Like you're way above the yellow circle starting out, and through impact, your head's not going backward as much, because now you can shift your weight better to get to that ball that's farther forward in your stance. Much better looking setup there over there on our right, on the new blue, Larry. Much, much better. And then also, from down the line, setup looked a whole lot better when you got those hands away from your legs. Flex your knees a little more. So now again at impact, much closer to the same height you started your swing. And you're more on plane with the club head. Much better look there, buddy. So there's impact. Much closer. So these swings look much more normal. And you're able to hit the ball there, even though I'm sure it felt really weird. Yep. So a lot of good things going on there, Larry, just from adjusting that setup today. I want you to get used to that the next week or two, and then we'll be able to see it when you and I are both in town. Much different look. Thanks so much, Larry, again. Thanks for your patience today, buddy. We'll talk to you soon. This is Joel Suggs. I sure enjoyed meeting you down at the Cincinnati Golf Show this weekend and showing you your swing on the 2D equipment that I have. And so I want to take about 2 to 3 minutes to just show you around Meadowlinks. This is the studio I use in the winter for all my students. You see there's the down-the-line camera angle for our 2D equipment. And then we have the face-on camera angle also. And then what we also have here is the 3D equipment to where I can show you your swing from 6 different camera angles with this 3D equipment, and we can get your swing from down to the 1/120th of a second in terms of exactly what your hips, shoulders, and hands are doing in the swing. And then also, I have the most realistic hitting curve I've ever seen from puttersedge.com, so when you hit your full shots, it feels as realistic as possible. And then I have 3 different green speeds for you to practice your putting. 9.5 on the step meter, 10.5 on the step meter, and 12.5 on the step meter. That's benefited my students tremendously. And then also I have a lot of learning aids like this Smart Stick. You can see the rest of those learning aids over here in my bag that we can work on to help you learn the certain fields in your golf swing that you and I both want. And then also I help my students a lot with their equipment through the winter. This is a frequency analyzer where we twang your club and it gives us a reading here. And then also we plot your whole set, each club on these lines to see if the set is really matched or not. Quite often they aren't, and it helps my students tremendously when they find out what clubs are the offending clubs. And then if we get tired of being indoors and we want to go outdoors and hit some, we can do that. It's my daughter. Ellie, good to see you. I haven't seen her in weeks. No wonder you've been gone, Ellie. You've been out here playing in the snow all this time. But this is our natural turf area. This is closed until April, as you can see. But it's a fantastic area where we can step outside and hit some balls and get some real ball flight. Or, if we get pretty satisfied with things are looking better on the video here, we're kind of cooped up inside, we want to go outside, we can step on out and hit balls and see real ball flight for about 5 or 10 or 15 minutes, however long you and I can stand the cold, out into the air, and we see them land at these different flags. I have a yardage book for this driving range. It's the first one I've ever seen in my life where we know exactly what it is for the front, back, and middle of each green. And again, the covered area here is heated, so we stay out there for about 5, 10, 15 minutes, like I said. It enables us to see some ball flight, and then we get satisfied that things are looking the way we want, and we can come back inside, take off our coat, and look again at the video equipment to see how everything's looking, to make sure that you understand it. And then notice too, my exercise ball up top here, and then also, so I help my students a lot with their fitness through the winter, and then I will help you also with your sports psychology, with your golf psychology from the golfpsych.com people down in Texas. That's helped my students tremendously a lot over the years too. So again, I sure enjoyed meeting you down at the Cincinnati Golf Show this weekend. I look forward to seeing you again out here this summer at Meadowlinks, or even right now in the winter. I have a lot of people that work on their games with me right through the winter. Check out more information about the things I do to help you at joelsuggs.com. Take care.